So I want to talk about some more weird shit. Obviously, you can have a person, per se, right, that doesn't want to tell you the truth, doesn't want the truth to be revealed, or maybe you just are dealing with a real human that is truthfully just a liar, and that's what it is. So what this video is more or less is about is women and men. If you come in contact with someone who you seem to catch the notion tries to almost slip you up to the point where you will harm yourself, you will cause bad for yourself, you're dealing with something else. They can neither do any good nor any evil. So what does that tell you about someone who always answers a question with a question, or averts away from actually giving an answer? Goes on to a whole nother subject. I guess I've just been blessed to have a little bit of sight into this situation. I don't know really what it is. I know if I was to still believe in the Bible the way I was taught it, we're living in the last days, people. Yeah, I'm a little bit insecure about my whole fucked up dental situation. You know what I mean? They keep his mouth shut, cleaned up and shit. Dreads be all full like they used to be back in the day. You know what I mean? Before I ran into this situation I'm in right now. All this bad shit hovering above me. Shit don't make no sense, do it? Like, nigga, these motherfuckers long as shit, but these ain't. But anyway, back to the subject. Men in general. We can be hypnotized by so many things. Money, pussy, a fat ass, pretty ass eyes. That's my thing right there. Don't have no pretty eyes. Ooh-wee, that's my shit right there. You fuck around and get hypnotized, right? And I know what you're dealing with. Except I'm an odd character, man. And I ended up having this, like, non-fearing mentality, let's say. I've been fucked with from the etheric, spiritual, other plane of existence side of the game for a long time. They say I mumble. Hopefully, y'all can hear me, man. Because I do know that I mumble sometimes. But I also talk fast as hell, which can make my words run into each other and become jumbled when I'm not actually mumbling. But let's just say my son's my son, regardless if he my flesh or not, nigga called me daddy. He looked to me for protection. And I ain't never put him before my little girls. Your mom wanted to keep me out of your life. Both of you little beautiful queens pushed me away, right? For spiteful reasons. To get back at me, I guess. Maybe she still loves the nigga and felt I turned my back on her when she was the one who caused it for herself. Whatever it is. Never want my fucking children, because I've been away for a while. I was trying to build something, but when you ain't got no support system, sometimes you're gonna find out. Ain't no we, you all you got. But once I get back right again, them two little girls, that little boy, we all we got. I'm mobbing for you. It's a long way down. I'm on my way back up right now. So my son's mom, I seen her change in front of me. Like I said before, it's a weird, like, mermaid, reptilian, snake kind of ordeal. They definitely have scales. They're shiny like an oil slick is when it mixes with water and sun hit it the right way. So it could be an illusion of beauty in behind it as well. Like my boy say, I forgot what his name is. Juice WRLD, Lucid Dreams, who knew evil girls had the prettiest face, right? But like the level of evil I'm talking about, it ain't a human woman doing something evil to you, brother. It's something completely different. So be happy if you ain't never ran into one. Be very happy. But you should never be afraid as well. The very fact that I dealt with it for so long while the world would laugh at me, I'm in the know. Maybe they still aren't. I was almost to the point where I was able to make the notion of her looking human drop in front of my very eyes. It's a certain mental power that they hold over most people. When you don't want to see it, when you're not looking for it, you never will. Pain and trauma, sometimes they're the best things you can ever deal with in this life. If it don't kill you, it only makes you stronger, so they say, right? So, with that being said, man, y'all stay on the lookout. If you find somebody that's not willing to deal with factual situations, keep it as close to 100% honest as a person could and or should be able to. Excuse me for all the bad video taking. More than likely you're dealing with something that ain't human. Stay alert to yourself before you end up not human. And just like the movie Get Out, it's a very real thing in every way it's depicted in that movie. Even the sunken place is real and it exists. When I was a child, like I told you, being molested, not having anybody around. And see, I wasn't multiply molested. I wasn't gonna let it happen a second time. Like, I was a sick kid. I cut your fucking balls off. I fantasized about slicing people's throats. And it wasn't from an angry stage. It was just like, why do people fuck with me so much when I'm this person? Do I have to hurt you? Because I don't want to. I'd rather be a lover than a fighter any day. But unfortunately, I don't live in a world where that's possible. 365. From rooted to tutor. From beginning to death. So with that said, I guess you could say I just, I was a little bit protected. I went through some things. Now see, this is the weird part. They say, why would God let you suffer, right? I always wanted to know the truth. I always wanted to know why I was able to look at people and understand what they were going through. Like it had to be a reason for it, right? So I guess I could say God probably knew what I was calling out for. I still had a choice to make. But almost everything I went through, the good and the bad, it led me to this point. Almost, let's say, to the point where I'm able to look at my son and notice when he starts crying tears, like he's almost a man, but he's 4 or 5 years old. It might not make sense to you people, but he was built in the vein that I was built in. Almost as if I may have been built in the vein of what my father was built in. Maybe even the vein of what his father was built in. From the little I do know of my grandfather, my dad's dad. So anyway, I guess I end the video there. I don't have too much more to say. I don't want to ramble all the way off the path. Just make sure those that are around you are those that are around you. People being replaced. People's minds are being altered. And understand, if you have somebody in the world, if you have everybody in the world beating you down, maybe it means They don't want you to reach your full potential. Because one thing that's for sure, my peoples, is nobody wanted to believe Jesus. People wanted to laugh at him. So at the end of the day, love is going to be able to let you win, me win, and your enemy win. But your enemy wants to be the only winner. As long as you're down and out, they have something to feed off of. Whether it's your endorphin, I can't remember the word right now, so excuse me. But it's basically the fear you give off. It's like, you know, I'm the type of person that if I can make somebody happy, I feed off of the energy that they get from being made happy. Truthfully, I do. Like, it's nothing like seeing a child smile. Just like I have an ability to walk up past any child, like I did yesterday in the courtroom. Her mom sat her down on the floor, basically abandoned the child. And you want to cry, well, you sit there and cry. No, that child needs something. Maybe it don't feel loved enough. It's going to cry about everything. Maybe it want to go outside and get some sun. Maybe the vibe in that evil-ass place, they got pentagrams and all type of shit in there to suck your fucking energy out. It's bothering that child. Maybe she's special and she's trying to tell you something. Now, I'm not talking about the mom. Fuck it. She seemed like she was a wonderful person. I probably should have hollered at her to try to make a friend and get her number, but it slipped my mind because the court sucked me dry. All these damn flies flying around. So, I walked past the little girl, smiled at her, waved at her. She stopped crying instantly. That damn fly. Waved at her a couple of more times, walked off, and she didn't cry no more. See what I did right there? Was I took something from myself, and I left it with that little girl. Why are we not doing this? Those of us who can, those of us who think we are special, why are we not being special? It's a crazy life I live, but I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure. Because I can see the truth, just other things, I'm fortunate. And I still have to discern what the fuck is a lie. Like, I appreciate the sun because God created it. When it kisses my skin, it's one of the feelings in this world that I can't get confused with anything else. Not even heat and warmth feel as good as the sun's rays do. And I thank God for that, for making that, for creating that. I thank my Creator for allowing it to be something within my existence. But now, I don't think the sun is God. And with that said, as Christians, we too caught up. What is the word here? In traditions. We need to get back to the basics, man. Y'all need to do research. I know y'all concerned about money, feeding your kids, being in a better car, all that. You can do all that and still research. I've done so much research now. It's almost like, you know, what my mom taught me, what my grandma taught me about religion. I'm glad, but I think I'd choose to ride with my grandma a little bit more. And then I choose to branch off from what the hell she tried to tell me and do my own thing even more. Because it's scary when you got somebody else telling you what to do, right? And you're supposed to have your own relationship. So with that being said, everybody have a good one. Start thinking about these things, man, because if you don't think about them and you have to pay a price just because you sat here and was a zombie and then take your free will, your freedom that God gave you, that brain that he gave you to think, there's nothing wrong with overthinking. Underthinking is the problem. Just like we all overstand, but none of us have, or we all understand, but none of us have overstanding. So, y'all have a good one, man. Hopefully somebody enjoying my videos. Hopefully somebody hear what I'm saying when I speak. Because if it's anybody out there that's real, why don't you enlighten me? Why don't you correct me where I'm wrong? That just hurt that poot, right? Today's cutthroat videos, I be trying to be funny too. I'm just a fucking man. But then again, am I? Especially when no other man can be me. That part.